Back in the 1980s, people practically gave these British cars away. Some were left rotting in rainy driveways, others were dumped in scrapyards like worthless junk. Nobody wanted them. Not dealers, not families, not even car enthusiasts. But here's the crazy part. The same forgotten cars people laughed at decades ago are now worth thousands. And one of them became so desirable, collectors today fight to own one. The 1980s were brutal for British cars. Japanese cars were taking over. Reliability mattered more than ever, and many British models suddenly looked old-fashioned overnight. Owners abandoned them fast. But time changes everything. Because today, these once hated cars have become rolling pieces of British history. And some are disappearing so quickly, their values keep climbing every single year. Welcome back to Motor Tales, where forgotten cars come back to life. Let's begin. Number 10. Austin Allegro. The Austin Allegro became a national joke. People mocked its strange shape, its awkward design. Even its steering wheel became famous for all the wrong reasons. By the 1980s, used Allegros were unbelievably cheap. Many owners didn't even bother repairing them anymore. If one broke down, it was easier to scrap it than fix it. And slowly, they started disappearing from British roads completely. But here's what nobody expected. As years passed, the Allegro became strangely fascinating. Because today, it represents something modern cars don't have anymore: personality. Collectors now see it as a time capsule from a lost era of British motoring, and because so few survived, clean Allegros now turn heads everywhere they go. Ninth car. Triumph Stag. The Triumph Stag looked like a movie star on wheels. Long hood, luxury interior, beautiful chrome details. It was supposed to become Britain's ultimate grand tourer. But then, disaster struck. Its V8 engine developed serious overheating problems. Owners became frustrated, mechanics hated working on them, and repair bills kept growing. By the 1980s, many Stags sat abandoned under covers, slowly rusting in silence. People thought they were finished forever. But here's the crazy part. Specialists eventually solved many of the engine problems, and suddenly the world remembered just how beautiful the Stag really was. Today, restored examples sell for shocking prices. A car once ignored by almost everyone became one of Britain's most loved classics. Eighth car. Morris Marina. The Morris Marina was everywhere once. Teachers drove them, builders owned them, families trusted them. But car enthusiasts absolutely destroyed its reputation. People called it boring, outdated, cheap. TV comedians even used the Marina as the punchline of jokes. And that humiliation ruined the car's future. By the late 1980s, owners abandoned them everywhere. Rust attacked aggressively, scrapyards filled up with unwanted Marinas, and almost nobody tried saving them. But now, that's exactly why collectors want them. Because surviving Marinas are incredibly rare. Most vanished forever, and seeing one today feels like spotting a ghost from old Britain. Seventh car. Rover SD1. When the Rover SD1 arrived, it looked futuristic. Low stance, aggressive shape, huge hatchback rear. It almost looked like a British Ferrari for businessmen. People were stunned. In fact, it even won European Car of the Year. But behind the stunning design, chaos was happening. Build quality problems, electrical failures, factory strikes. Some cars left factories with terrible defects, and owners quickly lost trust. By the 1980s, used SD1s became incredibly cheap. Many ended up neglected in parking lots and damp garages. But here's what changed everything. Modern collectors finally realised something. The SD1 was one of the coolest looking British cars ever made, especially the roaring V8 versions. Now, clean examples are becoming harder and harder to find. Sixth car. MG Metro Turbo. Tiny, boxy, turbocharged.
The MG Metro Turbo felt wild in the 1980s. Young drivers loved them, but many owners drove them hard. Really hard. Engines blew up, rust spread quickly, and countless Metros were crashed or modified badly. For years, nobody cared about saving them. They were just cheap old hatchbacks. But today, 80s nostalgia is exploding, and collectors suddenly want the exact cars they dreamed about as teenagers. Now, finding a clean MG Metro Turbo feels almost impossible, and prices keep climbing.
Fifth car, Jaguar XJS. Replacing the legendary Jaguar E-Type was nearly impossible. And when the XJS arrived, many people hated it instantly. They thought it looked strange, too modern, too different. Fuel economy was terrible, repairs were expensive. And by the 1980s, used XJS models became surprisingly cheap. Some owners neglected them completely. Others left them rotting outside expensive houses. But here's the crazy part. Time completely changed public opinion. Today, the XJS looks elegant, powerful, almost timeless. Collectors now adore its smooth V12 engine and luxury feel. A car once rejected by Jaguar fans became one of Britain's greatest grand tourers.
Fourth car, Ford Capri. The car you always promised yourself. That slogan made the Ford Capri legendary. For years, it was Britain's dream coupe. Young drivers wanted one desperately. But by the late 1980s, the Capri suddenly felt old. Hot hatchbacks were faster, more practical, more modern. And thousands of Capris were abandoned. Some were modified badly, others rusted away in the rain. Many simply disappeared forever. But today, the Capri has become pure nostalgia. People who dreamed about them as teenagers now desperately want one again, especially rare performance models. Some now sell for astonishing amounts of money.
Third car, Austin Maxi. The Austin Maxi was actually ahead of its time. Front-wheel drive, fold-flat seats, practical hatchback design. Features modern cars still use today. But there was one problem. British Leyland quality issues ruined everything. Owners complained constantly. Gearboxes failed, build quality disappointed buyers. By the 1980s, used Maxis were almost worthless. Most quietly disappeared from roads forever. But now, collectors appreciate something people ignored back then. The Maxi was clever. Really clever. And because almost nobody saved them, they've become surprisingly desirable classics today. Second car, Triumph Dolomite Sprint. The Triumph Dolomite Sprint was secretly one of Britain's best performance cars. Fast, elegant, luxurious, and incredibly advanced for its time. But during the 1980s, older sports saloons fell badly out of fashion. Rust destroyed countless Dolomites, electrical problems frustrated owners, and many were simply scrapped. People thought they'd never matter again. But today, collectors finally recognize how special the Sprint truly was, especially original low-mileage cars. Values are rising fast because survivors are becoming incredibly rare. First car, Mini Cooper. This may sound unbelievable now, but there was a time when old Mini Coopers were just cheap little used cars. People treated them like disposable transport. Some were abandoned, others were modified recklessly. Thousands were destroyed by rust. Nobody imagined they would ever become valuable. But the Mini had something magical, something impossible to replace. Personality. The tiny shape, the go-kart handling, the unmistakable British charm. Over time, the world fell in love with the Mini all over again. And today, classic Mini Coopers are among the most collectible British cars ever built. Some rare versions now sell for life-changing money. A car once ignored by almost everyone became an automotive legend.
These forgotten British cars prove something fascinating. Sometimes, the cars people laugh at today become the legends everyone wishes they had saved tomorrow. Because once they disappear, they never truly come back. And maybe that's what makes these old British classics feel so special today. They're more than cars now. They're memories. If you enjoyed this story, subscribe to Motor Tales for more forgotten car legends and emotional automotive history. And tell us in the comments, which British classic would you save before it disappears forever?